Ah, the sounds of barking dogs. Alright, this is gonna be the adieu to Pink House video. Yeah, neighbor's got some nice papayas. Wife is here. Zoe is here. Janice, our Yaya, is here. Abby the kitty ninja is here. And the wife is giving some plants to our new neighbors who just moved in like 2 days before we moved out. And they seem like a very nice couple. I'm making a video, yeah. You too.
So talkative. Ito. Thank you.
Hi. Oh, you're gonna trade. Because this is what, you know, people that work with plants, this is what they do. The cultivators like to exchange strains. You know, they get different strains of plants. Some are more potent than others. So that's what they're doing. We're gonna take a last tour around Pink House. Ah, you know what? This was in the air conditioner, so I think we got some. Alright, so this is why you see Filipinos burning brush all the time. Because this is about 7 years this thing has developed. It's basically just my stuff and a couple of the other houses in the neighborhood. You can see how big it's built up. So this is why, and you hear people complaining about burning shit in the Philippines all the time, like me. I complain about it all the time. And that's the reason you gotta do it, because that stuff just builds up. Alright, our Yaya, Janice, was nice enough. And look, it looks so empty. Okay, remember when I first moved in 7 years ago? Oh, look at this, more mangoes growing. I'm not gonna miss those mangoes. Oh, more mangoes. This thing was only like 15 feet tall. It was only like that tall. And that was actually part of a table that, I don't know, the guys who built the house had built. It was like a little for a tea area or something. It was right in this corner here. And this turned into the parking lot where we kept our Tucson Coffee Co. This was our Manzanitas tree, and we had this for many years. These grow really fast, and these emerald plants you see around it are actually growing out of the old roots from the Manzanitas, because that's how they propagate. They propagate through roots. And the Manzanitas grows really fast, and it gives really good shade, and also attracts bats, because it bears this like small fruit, which is actually pretty tasty, and the bats love it.
You don't want to take one?
No, I think we're okay on the Manzanitas. And then eventually we had a big windstorm about a week, 2 weeks before we left.
Yeah.
And it fell over. It was leaning though. It was like at a...
Every day.
It was leaning.
Every day it's leaning.
A little bit more. Every day it was leaning a little bit more. And from what you're gonna see when we go inside, it's pretty rough because the paint is 7 years old. I painted it myself when I moved in. But if you find a place like this, and these places are hard to find now around Dumaguete for 8,000 to 10,000 pesos. This is our little porch. I like the tile. I miss this shiny tile at our new house. I actually replaced the cylinder on this door because I had an absentee landlord. So I had to learn all this stuff myself. So around Dumaguete, which is a provincial area, but it's also a little city, this is going to cost you about 8,000 to 10,000 pesos. You'd be lucky to find this actually. Normally nowadays you're seeing them for like 14, 15. And it's just a simple, I guess I could have cleaned this a little better. It's just a simple little 2-bedroom. The 2 bedrooms are about 10 feet by 12 feet each. They got built-in cabinetry. I blocked this off with the 10mm polystyrene radiant barrier insulation. And I basically just used this window because we kept this air conditioner. We had the split type Boston Bay 1 horsepower inverter, DC inverter up here. And that kept our electricity costs low. You can see I had a futon in here. This is our futon couch. And it gouged the paint. But I'm leaving the same color paint for the next renter. And so he can do some touch-up paint if he wants. There's just a few areas that need touch-up paint. This was our bedroom. This is where Zoe was conceived. Well, I had dengue in December of 2019. I can't remember. Everything's a blur. And we didn't block this off. We just had a little area. We just had a little aircon here, Carrier 0.5 horsepower. And that was good enough for this. And you can see the mosquitoes. New house doesn't have as many mosquitoes, which is nice. We had to block off the outlets because of Zoe. And, you know, cabinetry. And I'm basically also just making sure we haven't left anything behind. Yeah, the toilet seat's down. Yeah, there's a lot of mosquitoes in here. We took out our water heater and brought it with us. That's pretty easy to transplant. Just gotta take the circuit breaker. Wow, look at all the mosquitoes. I don't know if you can see them in the video. There's a lot. And the one thing I'm gonna miss from Pink House is actually this door. I like this door. It's cute. Is the water pressure. Because the water pressure at our new house is not adequate. Yeah, it's gonna need a lot of touch-up paint. Actually, if somebody was to show me this place in Dumaguete today, I would take it. Because as if you've been following the channel for a long time, you know that the entire ceiling is covered in the 10mm insulation polystyrene with the radiant barrier, which cut down on the heat in here significantly. I also did all the retiling here. And we also installed over the carport the metal roof with the 10mm polystyrene radiant barrier. Because when I first moved in here, man, it was too hot. It was just way too hot. But yeah, like I was saying, if I was to be offered a place like this for $10,000 a month in Dumaguete, I'd say I'd take it as soon as I walk in. And then just buy some paint, find out what kind of paint, and just paint. And, you know, load up some podcasts. I love podcasts. And this is the paint that I used. It's Rain Check Semi-Gloss. It's actually like an exterior paint, but it works really well. The color code was on top, but it's the color that is beige. I mean, it's not too hard to find. So you just bring this down. This is about 3/4 of the way full. I'm gonna leave it for the next tenant. Yeah, like I said, you just say, I'll take it, and then you just start painting. Painting's kind of fun, it's easy, it's not that difficult. Do the work yourself. You ask the landlord, okay, we'll take it if you'll pay for the paint, because I want to repaint the interior. Because a lot of times, actually what you do is you first ask the landlord, hey, can you repaint the interior? And then if he won't, if he says, oh no, that costs too much money, that's when you say, okay, well, how about if I paint it and you pay for the cost of the paint? So, your thoughts?
What's my thought about the Pink House?
Yeah, what do you think about leaving?
I'm kind of a little sad, but also happy. I'm gonna miss the Pink House, but not that much.
What are you not going to miss about Pink House?
Your memories.
Yeah, some of my old memories, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're not going to get into that. What else are you going to miss about Pink House? Not going to miss about Pink House.
Not going to miss. The slugs.
The slugs.
Mosquitoes.
The mosquitoes. There were a lot of mosquitoes in this area.
Yeah. The noise.
What kind of noise?
Dogs barking, roosters.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first moved in here, there was not nearly as many barking dogs in the neighborhood as there are now. It's pretty bad.
Yep.
And what are you gonna miss about Pink House?
Of course, our memories here.
Yeah, this is the place we met and we got married.
Yeah.
We had Zoe.
We had Zoe, yeah.
This little house, this little Pink House, this little unassuming Pink House. And this is the first time you made a big move. We had to move all our stuff.
So stressful.
It was a shit show, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I think it was our first fight.
Yeah, it was pretty much our first fight. Yeah. Well, it wasn't really a fight. It was me saying, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? You guys didn't feed the dog, blah, blah, blah. And then I didn't talk to you for the rest of the night. That was about the extent of it.
I didn't talk to you.
I slept in the office.
Yeah. I didn't talk to you until the morning.
And I was so tired. Yesterday we had 24-hour brownout. I was so tired. I went to bed at 7 o'clock and I woke up at like...
I was also tired and grumpy.
Yeah. Yeah, moving.
Both stress.
I guess like losing a loved one is like #1 stress. Being involved in wartime combat is #2 stress. But I guess just moving is up there on the stress, and we saw it because I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to do it one way.
I'm doing different.
Yeah, I was trying to unpack and organize, and she was trying to.
Because I want to arrange the furniture first before organize the stuff.
You were doing the feng shui. You were doing let's organize and try the furniture in different positions, and I'm just like, can we just unpack and organize so I know where the freaking scissors are and the nail clippers? Ugh. All right, let's not gonna revisit that. So this is adieu. This is goodbye. You see, yeah, Janice.
And this is not broken. We just.
Yeah, we had to take these. We had to take these. We didn't. It's not broken. We just took them out because our cat.
She wants to be.
Well,
on the window.
no. What happened would she'd get caught. She'd get stuck. The cats. She would when this was up. This would close on her, and she'd get stuck inside the window, and she couldn't figure out how to get out. So I ended up just taking those out and putting them down there. We should probably fix that. All right. So. Finally.
The last video of the pink house.
Last video of the pink house. We forgot to turn off the exterior light. So that's basically it. This is Ned. And that's Pink House. Puppies, rainbows, unicorns, and pink houses for all. Little pink houses for you and me. See you next time on My Philippine Dreams. Bye. All right, honey, go turn that light off, damn it. I'm sleeping in the office again. I'm just kidding, by the way. You guys treat her so badly.
Hey, if you consider our work to be of any value, consider supporting us on Patreon. If you're a Patreon, you get a free copy of my ebook, and we do monthly Google Hangouts. So consider doing that, if you would please.